My ex told everyone I cheated on him, so I played the video of him crying outside my house a week after the breakup, begging for another chance. I never really thought I'd end up with someone like Melvin TBH. We met at this random kickboxing class I tried once and never went back to LOL. He was actually the instructor's assistant and helped me when I was totally failing at everything. I was so embarrassed, but he was super nice about it. We exchanged numbers and started texting, and things just kind of happened from there. Anyway, things were good until they weren't, you know? The last few months of our relationship, Melvin got super possessive. The breaking point came when I went to my cousin Elena's bachelorette weekend, just a weekend at a cabin with some hiking and wine. Melvin literally called me 37 times in one night. 37. I had terrible reception at the cabin, so I didn't see all the calls until the next morning. When I finally called him back, he was livid, accusing me of cheating, saying I was probably hooking up with some guy. I was so done at that point. When I got back, I broke up with him, told him his jealousy and controlling behavior were too much. He didn't take it well at all. Cried, begged, promised to change, the whole thing. But I was firm and told him we were done. Fast forward a week. It's like 11 p.m. and I hear something outside my apartment. I look out the window and it's freaking Melvin sitting on the steps crying, like full-on sobbing. This wasn't the first time he'd shown up uninvited since the breakup, but it was definitely the most pathetic. IDK what possessed me. But I grabbed my phone and started recording through the window. He was going on and on about how much he loved me, how he'd do anything to get me back, how he couldn't live without me, all while ugly crying and occasionally punching the railing. I recorded for like 15 minutes before finally texting him to go home, or I'd call the police. So that's that, right? Nope. About 2 weeks later, my friend Lori calls me freaking out. Apparently Melvin had been telling everyone that the reason we broke up was because I cheated on him with some guy at the bachelorette weekend, and people were believing him. He had apparently been so convincing that even some of my friends were giving me the side eye. I was furious. I worked myself up into such a rage that I couldn't even sleep that night. The next day was Owen's birthday party, mutual friend, and I knew Melvin would be there along with pretty much our entire friend group. I debated not going, but then I remembered the video. I showed up to the party a little late on purpose. When I walked in, I could feel people looking at me whispering. Melvin was there in the corner, and he got this smug look on his face when he saw how uncomfortable I was. That's when I decided, fuck it. I stood in the middle of the room and loudly asked everyone's attention. I said I heard there were some rumors going around about why Melvin and I broke up, and I wanted to clear the air. Melvin started walking toward me, telling me to stop making a scene at Owen's party. That's when I pulled out my phone and hit play before Melvin could stop me. The whole room went silent as they watched this grown man sobbing on my doorstep, begging for another chance, saying he'd do anything to get me back, all time stamped a full week after our breakup. The video went on for about 2 minutes before Melvin lunged for my phone, but it was too late. Everyone had seen it. His face went from red to white in seconds. He looked around the room at everyone staring at him, then at me, and I just said loud enough for everyone to hear, "Still want to tell them I cheated on you?" He literally ran out of the party, like sprinted. No one tried to stop him.